HITPmusic.com, boy.
What's good? Lindsey Gamble here, HITP Music, and we're in Back Bay right now. I'm here with Chicago's Add-2.
Day to day, what's good, good
What's
sir?
good,
How you
man?
living? How you living?
I'm doing great. You know, typically we're in Mass Apparel or somewhere else, but we decided to come out here for this nice little interview. It's midnight, 1 o'clock, sometime around here. A couple of hours after the plug.
Yeah.
You know, we had you earlier for the plug showcase. You rocked the stage. How's it being in Boston for the first time?
Man, it's lovely, man. I was always waiting to go there. Like, haven't even passed through here before. So this was like my very first time being here and get a chance to see the city for all of its worth, man. And it was dope. The people were really dope. The show was dope. The food was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a good time out here. I definitely got to come back, man.
For sure, man. I mean, the idea of the plug is just to bring, you know, talent like yourself from Chicago, outside Massachusetts, into the city, into Boston, where they, you know, might not have performed before or not be that familiar with, and rock the stage with some Boston talent and whatnot. And I think we got that accomplished. You know, you got to mingle with a couple of people and stuff.
Yeah, like it was really dope because like I really like the talent out here. A lot of the guys had good energy, good performances, you know, and I really enjoyed the music. So even when I was preparing, you know, mentally, I was listening and I was watching, and I would see these other guys performing. I was like, yo, really dope.
That's dope.
Really dope. And so that's always a good thing. And then it's good to meet the fans and the other people who came through, because you meet new fans and you make new fans who may not have heard you otherwise. And they turn up with you. They have a good time with you. And you know, there was people that knew the words.
I know, that was dope, man. You know, you don't always get that when you have someone coming, you know, out of state. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope, man. So you know, we're very happy to have you. So you know, Boston was just one stop. You've been on a couple. I don't know, say the tour, but a couple of spot dates and promotion for your latest album. Pray for the Poor. So you were in, I believe, Indiana the other day?
In Indianapolis, and then before that we was in Detroit, and then we're trying to get ready to go to Arizona, and then after that is going to be, I think, New York, and we'll be doing some public speaking in between there. So you know, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on, but it's you know, you want to go to all these different markets because, like, the main thing is just being there.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes people don't know you would even show up, but the fact that you show up and you're there, you get a chance to talk to them, mingle with them, man. I want to go to as many places as possible. So I don't care what it is. Like with the 5,000, I'm gonna rock it the same. I don't care.
For sure, man. That's a great attitude to have. So, like I said, you're promoting your album. Came out in September. Came out this fall. Pray for the Poor.
September.
Just talk about the, you know, just kind of like the concept of the album and like, you know, just the process of making it and just kind of the feedback you got from the people.
Well, coming into it, Pray for the Poor was the follow-up. It's like the first album that we did with Jamla. And at first we did an EP with Crisis called Between Heaven and Hell. And from there it's just been growing. So I wanted to step into this album. I wanted to be as lyrical as I could make it. I wanted to be as musical as I could make it, as controversial at times as I could make it. I didn't want to hold any punches. I wanted to definitely do as much as I could, and the result has been really good. A lot of people have been telling me like it is definitely the most cohesive project that I've made. It covers a lot. it gives you everything. If it's gonna give you good love songs, it's gonna give you bad love songs. It's gonna give you positive upliftment. It's gonna give you some negative stuff too. And it's a really good scope of in my words, man, the black experience, man. I think it covers all those bases, and I couldn't be more proud of the project than how it turned out. So I'm excited to see everything that had already came through, but I'm even more excited to see where it goes from here, because now it's the important part. Like after it drops, that's one thing, but I love the part of performing the music. Like that's when people can really fall in love with it.
You gotta keep it going, you know. Once you drop a project, it doesn't stop there.
Yeah, you can't just chill. Like most people, like I hate that when people just drop projects and they be like, all right, I'm about to go record my next one, and don't even
already working on the second joint.
Yeah, you know, like people, as soon as they drop the music, then somebody be like, yo, I just heard your new song. Oh, that ain't shit. You can hear the next one. It's like, yo, just let me live with this one first. So
So you talk about the black experience. You're from Chicago.
Yeah.
A lot of people know it as CHI-RAQ. You know, a lot of outsiders. I mean, you know, being from Boston and kind of you know, looking in from the outside in, that's like, especially with the music scene and whatnot. Spike Lee has the movie out, CHI-RAQ, which is, ruffled a lot of people's feathers. Some people like it, some people don't. Just talk about your opinion of that film, and just in versus your experience in, growing up in Chicago. Me and you talked early on in the car about it, and you kind of, went into your background. Just, talk a little bit about your experience in the film and your thoughts about it.
Well, of course, the movie is definitely a controversial piece right now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a hot button topic. There's a lot of rappers talking about it. There's a lot of people talking about it. But I've withheld my judgment so far because it's only been out for like a week. I haven't seen it yet. I'm about to. But initially, when I first seen the trailer, I felt a certain way because it didn't necessarily feel like it was portraying us accurately. And it felt like it was almost making a mockery out of certain things, but I know I can't necessarily judge it off a trailer because I've seen some movies end up good, but I've seen some bad trailers. I've seen movies end up being really bad and seen some great trailers. So it's like I have to see it for myself in order to make my judgment. But, where we are, my hope is that it gets portrayed accurately because what we're going through is traumatic right now.
For sure, man.
It's a lot of...
It's sad to see it a lot on the news and just hear about it,
Yeah, it's been like this in a way. Like we're not strangers to violence. We're not strangers to gangs. We're not strangers to any of that. But the thing about it is that now the biggest difference is that it's the kids. Like that's the part that's more heartbreaking than anything else. It's like it's not just happening to, it's the shorties doing some of the stuff too. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't have anybody in place to help. You know what I'm saying? To make it better. So that's why a lot of us like me, Chance, Vic, like Phenom, a lot of these cats is out here on the ground level just like really trying to make it better. But, Chicago has always been a dangerous place, man. Like, it's not even a 6 degree of separation type of thing. Like, chances are if you live there, then you either know somebody in it or you are involved in it in some way. Like, people don't know about a lot of my background is positive music that I used to make, man. I used to stash drugs in my parents' house. And people wouldn't even think that I'd be that type of person. But the fact of the matter is that it's around you. Like where I grew up at in Inglewood, we had like the highest murder rate over there. Wow. So for us, like by the time I think I was like 5 years old, I remember seeing my first gun pulled out on somebody else. Like by the time I got to 6th grade, I remember I held my first gun. Like that's the type of reality we grew up in. So the kids don't necessarily have a chance to be kids. And that's what we hope to change. Like we want to change that mentality. We want kids to have a chance to live, man. Like they don't get that chance.
Sure, man. I mean, I definitely want to check the movie out too before I make any judgments. But hopefully things change, and maybe this brings awareness. Some people might not necessarily know it's that bad out there, but we'll see. We got a lot of stuff, especially when you talk about the black experience. Just racism and black on black crime, just a lot of violence and stuff. So we'll see where it goes. But Jamla Records, you mentioned it earlier. You're signed to them.
Yeah.
Ninth Wonder. That should be a familiar name for all you guys out there.
Of course.
Great producer.
Yes.
Just talk about being on the record label. It's a great roster.
Yeah. Jamla Records, man. Like, at the time before I joined, I was being mentored by Common.
Damn.
And right before when I remember when they left Good Music, and they told me I couldn't tell anybody, and you know what I'm saying. So I had to chill, and then originally I was supposed to join them.
Wow.
And around that time is when I went to North Carolina me and Crisis was just gonna work on an EP together because we both had time in between. He wasn't working on anything, I wasn't working on anything, so we was like, let's just do it. And it ended up growing and ended up being a really cohesive project. And Knife said, man, what they doing with you over there, you know what I'm saying, with Common and them? And I was like, man, we just chilling right now. And he asked me if I wanted to join Jamla Records. And I said, first I gotta ask Common first to make sure it's cool. And I asked him and he said, yeah, sure. He's like, if it's gonna help you grow, do it. And sure enough, you know what I'm saying, after that we made it official. And being over there is competitive. I love that it's competitive. Like I love the fact that everybody is trying to outdo each other in a positive way. So it's like Rhapsody will go in, record something, and immediately you be like, alright, I gotta see what I could pull up out the bag of tricks now, you know what I'm saying? And then she may, like, then you may record something, and then GQ may come in and record something, and Hollow may record something, and Heather may record something, and Act Proof, and it's so much talent in so many different ways. And then also, you can never not be inspired with the amount of producers that you have too, with the Soul Council. So, you know, to have everybody around, man, it's just a beautiful thing. It's the picture perfect environment that you would want as an artist. You know, just the independence, but at the same time, you know, that competitive nature that keeps you sharp.
It's dope, man. It's dope.
Yeah.
You know, it's dope. You know, competition always brings out the best. You know.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. And like you said, you know, you guys all pushing each other. It's evident from the music, and you know, just keep it going, man. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, also, like, you never quite know who's gonna walk in. You never quite know. I remember.
What's the biggest surprise?
Who was the biggest surprise for me? Now I think about it, because I've missed a lot of really dope ones where it was like some people walk in, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like Big Crit will be there one day.
Man.
Then I remember one day we were on our way back from Virginia, and we was trying to hurry up and get back because Janet Jackson was supposed to come to us.
Oh, like, man, that would have been legendary.
It's stuff like that where they be like, yeah, she gonna swing through. Like, you swing through. Like
Michael Jackson coming back from the dead.
He's about to come in, James Brown. They're gonna do a concert in the living room and shit. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that, you never quite know. I remember when Camp Lo came through, that was a dope time because I wasn't expecting that. Then it was just like, you never quite know who's gonna come in there and just be recording, especially while they in town. So, yeah.
It's dope. But, you know, man, it's dope to have you in Boston, man. The plug.
Thank you.
Everyone rocked with you, you know.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. Hopefully we get you out here another time, man. Keep building.
Let's do it.
We gotta build that Chicago to Boston relationship.
Whenever y'all in Chicago, please let me.
Yeah, I haven't been to Chicago, so I gotta make that trip soon.
We gotta change that. Yeah.